Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lessons from Your Soul Reveal reading. I'm Traci, and we're going to get started with our lesson in just a few minutes. I just want to give you guys a chance to get in here. Welcome, welcome. While we're waiting, I'll share that this is probably going to be my favorite part of this 4-part series, as we are taking the components of our innate biofield, our pineal, the God brain, our heart, the soul's brain, and our Hara, or the biome, our body's brain, and we're interconnecting them to your divine assignments. This is the 4th in a 4-part series, and we'll get into details of that in just a few minutes. I can't see the comments yet, but I do see that we have 2 viewers, so welcome, welcome. I will get that up in just a second. While we're waiting for you guys to join, I want to share some maybe too early to share news, but I'm very excited. I am part of a trio of metaphysical practitioners that are going to be taking a group to Costa Rica in January of 2025. So I'm really excited to be sharing that information with you guys soon. Please feel free to say hello in the comments, letting me know that you're here, and we'll get started in just a moment. All right. There we go. Perfect. Hi, Mona. Hi, Lynn. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here tonight. I am almost ready to get started. As always, I highly recommend that you have a pen, a piece of paper, and some water. Doing any type of energy medicine, which is exactly what we're going to end tonight with, and what I usually do in every live session, is that water is a significant and important component of that. So let's get started. Okay. Just trying to figure out how to do this. There, that's what I wanted. Okay. All right. So on April 22nd, 2024, Lessons from Your Soul Reveal reading was bringing into your awareness your innate biofield. The reason that I've added that to Lessons from Your Soul Reveal reading is that I believe that we need a physical practice, something that is very simple but also incredibly powerful, in order to have the energy that we need to follow the map, which is your Human Being User Manual, part 1 of that being your Soul Reveal reading, part 2 being the rest of the Human Being User Manual, but also in building our blueprint and activating or aligning or attuning to our true self. A physical practice is essential. And so this past December, I created a physical practice component. And as we move forward over the summer and into the fall, my intention is to launch what I'm calling Know Thyself Protocol. In the Know Thyself Protocol, it's going to be a 3-part cycle that can keep reverting back onto itself, where we focus on our physical practice of activating the innate biofield. And then we attune ourselves to our Human Being User Manual map and blueprint, and then we align what we have activated with Earth's School. And so this process will be Take Your Power Back, Human Being User Manual, and Earth School. And so what I thought would be a great idea is, before I launch the Take Your Power Back series in September, is that I have you guys already interested, excited, and accustomed to having this physical practice. Hey, Joe. So again, on April 22nd, 2024, I shared with you what the Innate Biofield is. And then the week later, on April 29th, I spent some time with you sitting in the Hara, experiencing the body's brain, but also tying that to your first divine assignment, the way in which you create your reality of either male or female energy. Last week, which was May 6th, we spent our time dropping into the heart chakra, and I related that back to your second divine assignment, your true path or your true energy type of masculine or feminine. And tonight, I want to do the exact same thing. We're going to drop into the pineal. I'll give you a little bit of a lesson about the pineal, which is the God brain. We're going to talk about how it's interconnected to your third divine assignment, your navigation type of giver, taker, egalitarian, parent, child. But I also want to spend some time in chameleon, because when we're in survival mode, it's very easy to chameleon, not just in our navigation types, but in all of the areas. Male energy easily becomes female energy when we're in survival, as female easily becomes male. The same is true for masculine and feminine. But the most obvious and also the most detrimental chameleon is when we chameleon into a different navigation type, simply because we become who others need us to be, as opposed to being in our truth, but showing up for them in a way that they need. And there's a big difference. So this is what we're going to go into tonight. Again, I hope you have a pen and some paper. And if you haven't had the opportunity to go into the April 24th, 29th, May 6th, or now May 13th, 2024 videos, I highly recommend that you do. As I develop the Take Your Power Back courses, my intention is to have a free monthly live masterclass that anyone can come to. But I also want to start running 3-day challenges where we sit in each day in each of these areas. And then that leads to the 21-day process called Take Your Power Back. The reason I'm sharing that in asking you to make sure that you watch these 4 videos that I've created is they may not always be available here. My intention is that we're going to be moving to the Mighty Network for September, or at least sometime in the fall, where we can create a really powerful and empowering community without having to live by the Facebook rules. And so please, if there's anything that you get from this Facebook group at all, it's those 4 videos that are going to have the most impact, not only on how you create and maintain your higher frequency and vibration, but also in how you manifest, how you create the power to activate your divine assignment pieces. And as we then grow into remembering that it's our fear stories, our generational trauma that is named for you as your mother's, your father's, and your womb trauma, that we want to be very consciously aware of. And so our mother's trauma is at Hara, our father's trauma at heart, and our womb trauma, it's created while we're in the womb, but it is our ego's energy, is at pineal. And so if I can offer the most empowering advice to you, it's this. First, know exactly what your 3 fear stories look and feel like for you. Because in any given moment that you don't feel awesome to any degree, the smallest degree or to the most significant degree, it is only and always one of those 3 perceptions in which your trauma is expressing to let you know that you're not in alignment. If you're out of alignment in your first fear story, then it's your first divine assignment that requires your attention. If your second fear story has activated, then it's your second divine assignment that needs your attention. If your third fear story has activated, it's your third divine assignment that requires your attention. And so if you know what your divine assignment pieces are, and you know exactly what your fear stories look and feel like, you have the conscious self-awareness to change your reality. And that's awesome, but it's not always enough, which is why I've introduced this innate biofield process. And so it's the second thing that I recommend. So first, know your fear stories. Second, spend time activating these energies. If you're be as short as 90 seconds, 90 seconds every single day is what we call a spiritual shower. It's the way in which you cleanse and purify your biofield, in which you support your Hara, your heart, and your pineal to create your conscious reality. This is your work, and it's what I'm here to support you in doing. So let's get into tonight's work. Okay, so as a summary, your heart is the main energetic field. It is at the center of your chest, deep into your spirit biofield. And it is very much like our true heart. It's a pump. And it's going to pump energy, our soul's information, our soul's message, up into our pineal and down into our Hara. This heart energy is used to open to kindness and to compassion, to be the love and the light that we're meant to be on this planet. Your pineal is your God brain. It's also your ego's source of information. From this space, we channel not only from our Akashic records, but from our own soul chakra, our own sacred geometry that exists out in the ether. The pineal is both a transmitter and a receiver of information. So in order for ego to know how to communicate directly to soul and to navigate the outside world, we want to be able to have the messages from the universe to help guide us along the way. And then we have the Hara. The Hara is the body's brain. Physically, it's the biome. And it's located behind the belly button, just a tiny bit lower in that ganglia of nerves. The Hara's purpose is to communicate the physical body messages. And so when we have a bridge from heart to pineal, pineal to heart, from heart to biome, biome to heart, it means that that information is moving in an infinity figure 8, not only feeding us information, but cleansing and purifying our biofields, our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual biofields. But most importantly, interconnecting each of the chakras, maintaining them from blocks of energy that steal from us the capacity to be in a state of self-love. In the April 22nd session, I shared with you that your Hara and your first divine assignment, the way in which you create your physical reality, are interconnected. In the April 29th session, I shared with you how your true energy or your true energy path was activated by your second divine assignment, your masculine or your feminine, how you experience through your feelings being human. And today I want to talk to you about how our third divine assignment is connected to our pineal. So let's start with what our pineal is. Between the two hemispheres of the brain is a physical organ called the pineal. As an etherical organ, it is a transmitter and a receiver. It's the way in which we connect to Source, but it's also how Source connects to us. I've always loved the quote by Deepak Chopra that goes something like this: when we pray, we are communicating or transmitting to Source. But when we meditate, we are receiving from Source. This process of both prayer and meditation is activated through the pineal. This is called the God brain. Well, it is directly located behind the center of the third eye chakra, and you can find your third eye by taking your most powerful laser beam finger to your hairline and running it down the center of your forehead towards your brow. You're going to find an indent. Mine is quite high. Some people's is this low. Mine is right here. And so if there was a rod moving from front to back and from side to side, right in the center of it, those rods would be going through the pineal. The pineal is an organ that for many, many, many years we have been told has no significance, and that it calcifies. And there are many things, which we aren't going to go into tonight, but there are many things that calcify the pineal: fluoride, sugar, a lack of water, an incapacity to connect heart and mind as one. Those are the things that will calcify the pineal. The God brain is part of our egoic system. For many, many years, we have been corrupted into believing that the ego is bad and that we needed to deny it or make it subservient. The fact is, our ego is a very important component of our whole self. It's the mind. It's the way of navigating the outside world. Nothing is created without thought. And under the natural laws, the most important and singular law is the law of mentalism, that all things are created in the mind. This supports that we are powerful creators and co-creators. Everything that exists in your reality is because you think that's what exists. And so your pineal, your ego, your God brain are all very important, significant components of who you are. And so when we activate the God brain, when we're able to sit in that energy, we're able to calm the survival mode that ego has been placed in. We're able to pull in all of the disassociated parts of ourself. We're able to bring those integral pieces back together. And it's through the activation of heart to pineal, pineal to heart, heart to Hara, Hara to heart, that we come back into a wholeness of body, soul, and ego, or body, soul, and mind, body, heart, and mind. The pineal, it creates our direct connection to cosmic intelligence. It's supported by what is called the heaven key, otherwise known as universal life force energy. Our physical energy is the blood. It affects the ability to connect with source and trust our own intuition. So as we activate the pineal and we sit in this sacred space, bringing all the disconnected pieces of ourself back together, what we're doing is creating a trust in our intuition. And under the Hermetic laws, specifically the law of correspondence that says, as below, so above, everything physical is going to be as it is spiritually, and everything spiritually is going to be as it is physically. What we're doing here when we do this work is we are eliminating the capacity of our low frequency and vibration to create spiritual disconnection. Spiritual disconnection being uninspired, self-sabotaging, the incapacity to ask for and receive help. It often will show up as depression and or anxiety. And so as we do this work, we want to be able to interconnect the physical practice of activating the innate biofield with our divine assignment pieces. Our third divine assignment is our navigation types. There's the giver, the taker, the egalitarian, the parent, and the child energy. With exception to giver, whose purpose on this planet is to take care of everyone. In alignment, that would be taking care of yourself so that you have more than enough energy to take care of others. But out of alignment, it's becoming subservient to others' needs. So other than giver, all of the other navigation types have been corrupted with shame. Takers are selfish. Parents are controlling. Child energy has no control. Egalitarians don't understand reality. These are all bullshit stories that have been created to make as many of us as possible chameleon into that giver role. In the giver, their purpose on this planet is to understand the value of self-love and self-care so that their frequency and vibration is high so that they can be a nurturer and to care for others. The taker is the visionary. They see the big picture and how all of the components come together. Where their purpose lies is in leadership, in being the leader. The egalitarians are the equalizer. Their purpose is to create and to maintain fairness, equality, and justice. The parent energy is the teacher. Their purpose is not in doing it for us, but in showing us how to do it. And the child energy is the entertainment. Their purpose is to remind us that being earthbound is supposed to be fun. And so as we stand in these roles and we know our purpose, what's going to happen is we're going to attract to us the right for us people. And when we're in alignment with the right people, when two or more right for each other people gather and they start sharing their information, their knowledge, their wisdom, their excitement, their passion and joy for life, they become a mastermind. Their pineals literally interconnect to create a higher frequency and vibration for us to develop in. But some others are not in our highest good. Each of these navigation types have an equal, an opposite, and a nemesis. So giver and taker are each other's equals. They're excellent, intimate love partners. They're one another's greatest student and teacher. The same with parent and child. They are each other's equal. Giver's opposite is child, and child obviously giver. Parent's opposite is taker, and taker opposite is giver. Our friends, the egalitarians, have a challenging task or mission on this planet simply because there's nothing fair, equal, or just about human being. And so their equals and their opposites are other egalitarians. The giver's nemesis is parent, and parent is giver. They literally compete for attention. The taker and the child are nemesis. One seems too serious to the other, and the other isn't serious enough. And so for the egalitarian, the rest of us are their nemesis. Givers give too much, takers take too much, parent energy is too controlling, child energy doesn't have enough control. And so this becomes the interconnection. When you surround yourself with the right for you people, so for example, I'm taker energy, my right for me people would be parent and giver. And so when I surround myself with parent and giver or other taker, parent, taker, and giver energy, I create for myself and with them a mastermind of energy that attracts to us people, places, things, scenes, situations, and scenarios that support the elevation of our conscious awareness. And so as we activate our pineal, what we're doing is we're creating a magnetic shield around us that is attracting to us the right for us others, and in a loving and gentle way, repelling from our mastermind the energies that don't easily connect. This does not, capital bolded underline, this does not mean at all that as taker energy, I can't be friends with my nemesis of child energy, or I can't be their teacher and they can't be my student. It just means that when we mastermind, what is my high frequency is their low, and what is their high frequency is my low. I'm not sure I said that right. Let me try that again. When the nemesises are together, one is in a high and the other's in a low. And so what happens is if my high is more dominant than your low, I'm going to force you up to where I am, which is uncomfortable. But if your low is more dominant than my high, or vice versa, I'm going to be forced down to that frequency and vibration. An excellent story about this is the book called Celestine Prophecy. While he doesn't use the same language as me, he explains exactly how right for us masterminds create incredible things together, whereas nemesises bring each other down. Their energy is always trying to take the others. And so we want to stop, capital bolded underlined, we want to stop feeding off of, consciously and unconsciously, other people's energy, and to be able to create our own. And this is why I'm teaching you the innate biofield. This is why over the last 4 weeks we are dropping into Hara and using Ho'onopono for healing and forgiveness, dropping into heart and using Ho'onopono for healing and forgiveness. And tonight, we're going to drop into pineal and use Ho'onopono to heal us. Nadia has a great question. Who is the nemesis of egalitarian? Everybody else. It's so important in a mastermind situation that you are with other egalitarians, because they have an innate cellular ability to find the balance, to create and maintain fairness, equality, and justice. Again, this doesn't mean that we can't fall in love with, that we can't be friends with, that we can't make beautiful people who are our nemesis. That's actually a great learning experience. It hurts, but it's a great learning experience. It simply means that in your conscious awareness, you want to make sure that you are creating masterminds of energy with your equals and with your opposites. Okay. Does anyone have any questions, concerns, or ideas before we go into meditation to sit in the pineal and to activate some Ho'oponopono for healing? Knowing that if you are not live watching this and you do have questions, you can always reach out to me. It's Traci at tracitrimble.ca. Now, when you do send me an email, please make sure that your first name, last name, and date of birth is included with your question, because I won't just answer based on my vast experience, expertise, and mystical knowledge. I will literally go into your biofield to see exactly what that question means to you and what it is that you need to know. There's nothing, in my opinion, more important than what we have done over the last 4 sessions in terms of you literally standing in your power, being your true and authentic self. And for those of you just joining, what we've been talking about is activating our innate biofield, but understanding it from the perspective of our soul reveal reading. Your Hara, which is located behind your belly button in that ganglia of nerves, is your body's brain. And it is where the power comes from to manifest your reality from the perspective of your first divine assignment, male or female. Your heart energy, deep inside your spiritual biofield, your sacred heart, is used as a pump to activate opening to love and compassion. It is how you connect to your second divine assignment, your true energy type, how you experience the world around you as masculine or feminine. And tonight we talked about the pineal, how creating a mastermind in relation to your navigation type, your third divine assignment, is essential for you to take your power back, to be in alignment with your true and authentic self. Mona has a question. For a romantic partner, my ideal would be child, but taker would work too, since I am a parent navigator. Yes. Okay, so the reason I say that your equal is your ideal intimate love partner is because what happens is you operate at the same level of experience. And so you will experience things most like one another. So you have the ability to be your teacher and to be a student. So you are the teacher and the student for your intimate love partner. And so what they don't know, they teach, or sorry, what you don't know, they teach you. What they don't know, you teach them. So this is the ideal for intimate love partner. Your best friend, your co-creator, you have the same energy. And so you're likely going to agree on a lot of things. In an intimate love relationship, if you agreed on everything, what would you learn about that amount of time you spent together? But yes, absolutely, a romantic partner is ideally child, but taker absolutely works for parent. If you're taker, you want to be with giver or parent energy. If you're child, you want to be with parent or giver energy. If you are parent, you want to be with child or taker energy. If you're egalitarian, you want to be with other egalitarians. Great question. Great question. Oh, I just got the community standards warning again. I must have said something inappropriate. Mona says, teach me how to chill. Makes sense that my ideal intimate love is child navigator. Yeah, absolutely. So I want you to imagine that parent is here to teach child responsibility. Child is here to teach parent not to be so serious. Taker is here to show giver the big picture. Giver is here to ground the taker. And then again, the egalitarians just want to be together to experience the fairness and the balance, the give and the take. And so in an egalitarian relationship, sometimes you want to be the, sometimes I'm going to actually read it because it's not coming to my brain perfectly right now, but I want to be able to say it right because it actually is really good. Okay, so in alignment, egalitarian needs to be able to take turns, leading and following, giving and taking, working and resting. And so as one is working, the other is resting. As one is leading, the other is following. As one is giving, the other is taking. And then they take turns doing those things. That is an ideal egalitarian relationship. Whereas in any of the other relationships, taker tends to lead, giver tends to follow. Parent tends to lead, child tends to follow. And so there's dynamics as opposed to sharing of the roles. Okay. Any other questions before we go into our meditation, our energy medicine? Okay. Let's find that comfortable position. It's where your ankles and your knees are unbound. Anytime that we're doing energy medicine, we want to have a space between our legs where the spiritual bioenergetic field has the opportunity to expand and our roots to move into earth energy. We always want to be sitting up as straight as possible so that our crown can open and connect us to source, to cosmic intelligence. And that Hara line that comes from the Akashics moves through the pineal, the heart, and the Hara, and it locks at the Hara. So earth energy comes up into the heart, heaven energy comes down into the heart, and we interconnect that energy, becoming our whole self. So you've found that comfortable position. Your ankles and your knees are bound, and you close your eyes. For just a moment, let's place our hands at heart center and take 3 deep, gentle breaths in, connecting to our heart. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose if that's possible. And as you do, allow your body to soften. Give yourself permission to be present in the moment. Allow your buttocks to soften, your hips to open, your lower belly to release. Inhaling, allow your shoulders to move away from your ears as you exhale, softening your forehead. With your breath and your imagination, bring your awareness up from your heart into the center of your forehead. If possible, drop your imagination behind your forehead, behind your eyes, into your pineal. Breathing in and out of the center of your forehead. Should you require physical touch, bring your hands to prayer position and put your thumbs on your forehead. This isn't necessary, but it's a nice physical touch. Or the middle fingers, pads of the middle fingers at the center of your forehead. Stay connected to your breath. As you breathe in and out of your pineal, imagine that you're melting, decalcifying anything that is blocking you from transmitting a high frequency and vibration, from receiving a high frequency and vibration. Imagine with each breath, you create a magnetic protection around you that draws to you your equal and your opposite others. And it creates a safe energy that protects you from your nemesis. As you inhale, imagine you're inviting the light to channel down from the cosmic through your crown into your pineal. As you exhale, you can feel the expansion of that light from right to left. Inhaling and expanding from the front to the back. Taking a few moments to sit in pineal, in the God brain. Imagining information from your heart coming up into your pineal and transmitting out into the cosmos. And at the exact same time, energy coming down from the cosmos into your mind. Breathing in and out. Opening this sacred space where ego resides, reformatting to align to your third divine assignment, to your navigation type. Cleansing and purifying. Releasing your third fear story as magnetized energy. Reformatting it into a conscious awareness of your highest good. Asking that this third fear story support you, that when it activates, you're aware that you're chameleoning. You're not in alignment with the right for you people. In alignment with your true navigation type. Stay connected to your breath. As we sit in silence for just a few minutes, give yourself permission to format your pineal, to be a receiver and a transmitter. As you find your breath, find the name of your navigation type, the giver, the taker, the egalitarian, the parent, or the child. Give energy to this name without any judgment. As we ask Source to align us to our true navigation type, to guide us out of chameleon, out of survivor mode, showing us the way to stand in our power so that we are not becoming who others need us to be in order to survive. And we'll do this healing as Ho'onopono. First, let's speak to the universe. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. On an exhalation, drop into the vast space of your pineal, deep into your inner universe, and speak to your own self. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And as you exhale, imagine pushing the energy of your pineal out into the front, the back, the right, and the left of your being, pushing it out into the collective, speaking to everyone whose energy you have consumed, who you have allowed, with or without your awareness, to consume your energy, who you have attracted to you as a nemesis, and who you have not attracted as an equal or an opposite. Speak these words to them. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And now that this space, the sacred space of pineal, is cleansed and purified, follow my voice as we ask Source to download the true frequency and vibration of our aligned navigation type as a small ball of energy, a magnet that attracts to us the right for me influential others. We'll sit in silence for just a moment as you receive this sacred gift from Heaven Key. Beautiful. In any way that serves you, please give thanks for what you have received tonight, the known, the unknown, the cloaked and the hidden, all of the valuable wisdom. Or if you choose, you can repeat these words after me. For all of this, I give thanks. I know this is so, and I let it be. And so it is. Beautiful. Before you open your eyes, please move your body in any way that you need to release my energy from yours. And if you have something to journal, please do. Remembering that our journaling isn't about what happened as much as it's about what we're going to do with what we're thinking, feeling, and experiencing now that we've cleansed and purified our biofield. As we drop into our heart, we create a bridge to our pineal. We exhale and create a bridge back to heart. From heart to the opposite side, we activate the Hara with a bridge from Hara to heart. And what we have created is our infinity figure 8, our innate super highway, a flow of wisdom, intermingling soul, body, and mind. I hope that you enjoyed this 4-part series. Again, April 22nd, 29th, May 6th, and 13th, 2024 is where you're going to find them in the Facebook group until September. I'd like to just take a few minutes to do some administration. The most important being that effective tonight, this is the last lessons from your soul reveal reading that will be on a Monday night. They are at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, starting next week. Julia will be announcing it. For those of you that don't know Julia yet, I hope you take some time to talk to her, to engage with her. She is the client care advocate for Self-Awareness Academy, for Traci Trimble, PhD, and for True Path Consulting. She is here to support you, and she is primarily the person who is within the Human Being User Manual Facebook group. The other administration is I'm asking you to stay tuned. As I mentioned at the very beginning, and I will drop it here, but it's also in the description of tonight's class. I am part of a trio of metaphysical teachers that will be taking a group to Costa Rica in January 2025. And we are starting to launch that process now. For between now and June 1st, there is a $200 off early bird price. So I'm hoping that I will see some of you there. The format is all laid out in this website that I've just given you, but also in the tour guide website as well. And so that's the administration. This session's moving to Tuesday nights. I will be in Costa Rica in January with Christopher and Daniela, and that this 4-part series will soon be a whole process. So a free monthly masterclass that you can join as many times as you want, a $12 3-day challenge that you can join as often as you want, that will lead to the Take Your Power Back course, which is going to be the foundation of the physical practice. So Take Your Power Back is the activation and the physical practice. Human Being User Manual is the great work, and Earth School is the alignment to being in this human experience. I'm grateful for all of you who have been here tonight. If you have any questions, concerns, or ideas, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you, Joe. I'm glad that this was a blessing for you, and Nadia, that you received exactly what you need. As always, I am truly honored and blessed to be your guide and teacher, and I look forward to seeing you next week, which is going to be on a Tuesday at 7 p.m. Namaste.